Yes, yes, yes.
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 Okay. Okay.
Good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. I think we'll wait for 2-3 minutes more so that most of the participants can join.
Okay, sir.
Can you join? Am I audible? Gauri?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wait for 3 minutes and start.
Yes, please wait for 1 more minute. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please start.
Good evening. We welcome all to the webinar on Higher Education after B.Tech. This seminar is conducted by IEEE Solid State Circuit Society, Kerala Chapter, and ER&DCI Institute of Technology, CDAC. Let's start the program with the welcome address by Mr. Ajit Ravindra. Mr. Ajit is the chair of IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter and assistant professor in St. Kitts College of Engineering, Kottayam. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, all. I am very much happy to be this part of this program, and this is the first online version of this program, which we conducted earlier at 3 different venues across Kerala. So we are very much happy to host this program in this online mode, because in the last 3 sessions we got a good response from the participants, which we conducted across Trivandrum, Kochi, and Kozhikode. And this program is organized by IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter in association with CDAC and IEEE Malabar subsection and IEEE Kochi subsection. And coming to my duty, and today we have 3 eminent speakers with us. Actually, they all are very busy. They are all very busy with their activities, but in spite of their busy schedule, they agreed to be a part of our event, and they already took these sessions in offline mode at 3 different venues, and now again they agreed to take these sessions in online mode itself. And today we have Dr. Sabik PV, Chair IEEE Malabar subsection and Principal KMCT College of Engineering for Women. And today we have Sir with us, and also we have Professor Rajasri S, Senior Director, Scientist G, CDAC Trivandrum, and Principal of ER&DCI Institute of Technology. And also we have Dr. Shajimon K. John, Controller of Examinations, St. Kitts College of Engineering, with us. So on behalf of IEEE SSCS Kerala chapter and all of us here, I welcome all these three eminent persons to this meeting. Next, we have Dr. Muhammad Qasim S. Actually, sir is the pillar behind all the activities of IEEE SSCS Kerala chapter, and actually he is the founder chair of IEEE SSCS Kerala chapter and the vice chair of IEEE Kerala section. And today we have sir with us, and I welcome sir to this meeting. And along with all this today, we have IEEE SSCS Execo members as well as IEEE SSCS student leaders with us, and I welcome all to this meeting. Finally, we have all the participants which joined this meeting for attending this webinar, and I welcome all to this meeting, and I hope this session will helpful for their future activities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We invite Dr. Sabik PB, IEEE Chair, Malabar Section, for giving his talk on higher education opportunities in Kerala. Sabik PB received his B.Tech degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering from MES College of Engineering, Kuttipuram, affiliated to University of Calicut in 2002, M.Tech degree in Electronic Instrumentation from National Institute of Technology, Warangal, Telangana in 2008, and PhD in Signal Processing from Central University, Pondicherry. He had served as Head of Department, Dean Academics, and Vice Principal of KMCT College of Engineering. He is presently working as Principal, KMCT College of Engineering for Women, Kozhikode. He is a senior member of IEEE and currently serving as Chair, IEEE Malabar Subsection. He also acted as Vice Chair of IEEE Malabar Subsection during 2020. He is a life member of ISTE, IETE, and Instrument Society of India. He is also a member of Board of Studies, APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, Thiruvananthapuram. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me put it in slide mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you once again. Thank you for the opportunity given for me. This program being organized by IEEE Solid State Circuit Society in association with CDAC. And earlier we had this event in offline at three locations. Now in online, we are again conducting the same because of the response that we got earlier. So the topic is higher education after B.Tech for the circuit branches. So normally this is the time where students have just come out of the institution after getting their degree, and they may be thinking about what to do next. Some of them may be joining for jobs that might have got from placement through the campus interviews, and the later part who have not yet joined may be thinking about what to do next. Okay, some already might have thought like after writing the GATE exam in 2022, which was conducted in February, they might have already opted for doing higher education, either maybe in Kerala or outside Kerala or even outside India. So today's session, we focus on what are the opportunities in Kerala for doing higher education after B.Tech. So what do you mean by higher education? India, which you take the higher education system, it's the world's third largest in terms of students after United States. So there is a tremendous increase in number of colleges affiliated to either any of the universities, or even there may be colleges which are deemed universities. And as far as the QS World University ranking, only 3 Indian institutes or Indian universities are in that ranking: IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, and IISc Bangalore. This is in 2020 ranking. And in Kerala, if you take the higher educations in Kerala, you can categorize these higher educations into different levels, like either the education institute may be of government owned or government aided, government on self-supporting, university on self-supporting, minority community on self-supporting, trust or individual on self-supporting. These are the major categories in which the institutions lies. And all the engineering colleges in Kerala, except which are centrally funded and which are having under the direct control of other universities, are coming under APG Abdul Kalam Technological University. In short, we call it as KTU. And what is the need for going for this post graduation, that is higher education after graduation? So a master's or a PhD is a perfect opportunity to learn more about the subject. And it also gives an opportunity to pursue a career of your interest, and that always inspires you. So that is why we go for post-graduation. And also we will have specific skill acquisition and more deep into the subject, because in B.Tech we are covering overall many subjects. Like if you graduate and come out, you can see that you will be learning or you will be writing exams for around 50 to 52 papers, and which will be in all sectors of engineering. Maybe it will be in computer science, some paper will be in management side, some paper will be in economic side, like that. Overall, you will be covering most of the papers. So to have a specific in line and more about your subject, you have to go for post-graduation, where you will learn a specific specialization where you are most interested, and that will give you more inspiration. And opportunities are there when you are going for post-graduation. Getting a job will be very easy because you are more into that path, or your career path will be more defined. So you can, after having a graduation year, you can have a post-graduation either in Kerala itself or in within India or outside India. So there is a lot of opportunities out for going higher education. And here we are covering only the circuit branches, and circuit branches mainly gives you stick upon 4 different branches: electrical and electronics engineering, electronics and communication engineering, computer science engineering, and information technology. And post-graduation opportunities in Kerala for circuit branches, mainly we divide into 3 different categories for this particular presentation here. We will stick upon government and government-aided colleges. Then we have the colleges and universities of national importance and other reputed colleges. So these are the 3 different categories I have differentiated for the easy presentation. So first we will look upon the government and government aided engineering colleges. So as all knows, one of the prestigious institution which started in Kerala in 1939, and that is none other than College of Engineering, Trivandrum. Okay, established in 1939. It is the oldest college in Kerala. And if you see most of the eminent personalities who have already witnessed their prestigious contribution to the nation from Kerala are of graduates of College of Engineering, Trivandrum. And this is the oldest college, established in 1939. And the various courses under different departments of College of Engineering, that is specifically circuit branches, are if you take EEE, that is electrical and electronics engineering, these are the 4 specialization that is offered by College of Engineering, Trivandrum, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. And under ECE, Electronics and Communication Engineering, we have 5 different specialization, which are applied electronics and instrumentation, microwave and television engineering, signal processing, micro and nano electronics, robotics and automation. And under computer science engineering, we have computer science and engineering, information security, artificial intelligence. So these are the different specializations coming under different departments. So each specialization, they have 18 seats, 18 seats. And the admission to this particular college is done by the process undergone by the DTE, Directorate of Technical Education, and it's based on GATE score. Okay, and also based on the mark obtained in B.Tech and BE examination. And the next college, which 1957. We are discussing here the colleges in the chronological order, and GEC Thrissur was established in 1957, and it offers the under EEE, that is Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. These are the specialization, power system and power electronics. Two different specializations are there in EEE. And under ECE, they have communication engineering and signal processing, and VLSI and embedded system. These are the two specializations offered in ECE department. And under CSE department, they have computer science. And the number of seats in each specialization is again 18 seats. And the admission is again done by the Directorate of Technical Education based on the GATE score and the marks obtained in B.Tech and BE examination. So this is the picture of our College of Engineering, the Government of Engineering, Thrissur. And then established was TKM College of Engineering, Kollam, established in 1958. It's a government-aided college. Courses under EEE are Industrial Instrumentation and Control. It's a SFE, means self-financing. Power Systems, it's again self-financing. Courses under ECE, Communication System. Self-financing means it is financially they have fees and high fees, and they will be running with the fees they collected from the student. And courses under ECE, Communication Systems. Courses under CSE, they have Computer Science and Engineering and Artificial Intelligence. So these courses are run by not self-financing, they are funded by the government. And the number of seats offered here is 18 seats. And here the admission is out of 100% seat, 85% is through Directorate of Technical Education based on the GATE score and marks obtained in the B.Tech and BE examination. And the remaining 15% of seats are filled by management. And for the self-financing courses that I have marked in bracket SF, 50% of the seats are run by filled by government, and the remaining 50% is filled by management. So this is the institution. And next, the college developed or established in Kerala was NSS College of Engineering, Palakkad, and it is established in 1960. And the courses offered in various departments are EEE, we have power electronics, and in ECE, we have communication engineering, and computer science, we have computer science and engineering. So the total number of seats is again 18 seats. And admission, the same method used for TKM, which is again this NSS College of Engineering is a government-aided college. So 85% of the admission is done through DTE based on the GATE score and B.Tech and BE examination marks. And the remaining 50% is filled by the management. So this is the institution. Then we have MA College of Engineering, Kodamangalam, established in 1961, and the various specializations offered in different departments are power electronics in EEE, VLSI and embedded system in ECE, computer science and engineering in CSE department. And the number of seats in these specializations are 18 seats for power electronics, and the other two specialization, they have 24 seats each. And again, here, this is the admission process is 85% is filled by Directorate of Technical Education based on the GATE score, and the remaining 15% is filled by the management. Then comes Government College of Engineering, Kannur, which is established in 1986. And they have the following specializations in the following departments: power electronics and drives, power systems under EEE, signal processing and embedded system under ECE, and they have 18 seats each, and which is filled fully by DTE. And we have Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology, Kottayam, established in 1991. And they have the following specializations under 3 different departments. EEE department is having industrial drives and control, power systems and renewable energy. Courses under ECE, they have advanced communication and information system and advanced electronics and communication engineering. And in CSE department, they have the general specialization, computer science and engineering. And seats offered are as shown here. They have 18 seats in industrial drives and control, and the other 2 ECE specialization and computer science, whereas 9 seats in power system and renewable energy. And the admission process is through same again, like Directorate of Technical Education is having control over the admission process through GATE score. And then we have Government Engineering College, Barton Hill, established in 1999. And they have the following courses or following specialization under 3 different departments. And all specializations are having 18 number of seats, and the seats are filled by DTE based on the GATE score and the marks obtained by in the B.Tech and BE examination. And then we have Government Engineering College, Kozhikode, established in 1999. And they have only 1 specialization, which is signal processing, which is having 18 seats. And admission process is again through DTE. Then we have Government Engineering College, Sri Krishnapuram, established in 1999. And they have the specialization, computational linguistics, under CSE department, and they all have 18 number of seats, and admission is again through DTE based on the GATE score and B.Tech BE examination marks. Then we have Government Engineering College, Wayanad. They have 2 specializations under 2 different departments. One is communication engineering and signal processing, which is coming under ECE department. And the other one is computer networks and security, which is coming under computer science and engineering. And they do have 18 seats in each. And the admission process is through DTE based on the GATE score and B.Tech BE marks. And the next one is Government Engineering College, Idukki, established in 2000. And they too have 2 different specialization in under 2 different departments, ECE and IT department. ECE offers VLSI and embedded system, and IT department is offering network engineering. And they have 18 seats each, and admission process is again same as discussed earlier through DTE. They too have EEE also, power electronics and control. CSE also they are having. CSE they have computer science and system engineering, and under EEE they are having power electronics and control. So these are the colleges which is coming under government and government aided sector in Kerala. Now let us see what are the colleges that is having national importance, and that too which is of university ranking or university level as well. So first and foremost, we'll have the first institution which is set up in Calicut, which is none other than National Institute of Technology, established in 1961. And they have these many specializations, which are coming under three different departments. IEEE department is offering instrumentation and control system, power systems, power electronics, industrial power and automation, high voltage in the engineering. And under ECE department, they are having electronics design and technology, microelectronics and VLSI design, telecommunication, signal processing. And under CSC department, they have computer science and engineering. That is nothing. Their specialization is focusing on information security. So their admission is the number of seats is 26 plus 5. 5 is self-financing. They have that 5 self-financing will have a huge amount of fees. So for all courses, the admission is based on either centralized counseling common to all NITs based on GATE score. Fees ranges from 81,000 to 1 lakh for self-sponsored category. And as usual, for a GATE scholar, they will have a scholarship or teaching assistantship of 12,400, and no scholarship for self-sponsored category. Then we have Cochin University of Science and Technology, Kochi, established in 1971. So they are having four departments, which is offering different specializations. CSE department, we have data science and artificial intelligence, software engineering, and under electronics department, they have defense technology, which is having more number of seats, 30 number of seats are there. Then they have VLSI, embedded system, microwave and radar, robotics and intelligence systems. Altogether 27 seats are there. Then under instrumentation, they have instrumentation technology. And under International School of Photonics, a specialized department is there, photonics department is there, which is having a specialization called optoelectronics and laser technology. So these two specializations, they are having 18 seats. So admission is based on GATE score or DAT. Department is conducting a test. Then here also they have, if you are a GATE score qualified student, you will be getting a teaching assistantship of 12,400. And then we have recently started Indian Institute of Technology, Palakkad, started in 2015. So under CSE department, we have data science, computing and mathematics, and under IEEE, we have system on chip design and power electronics and power systems. They both all these specializations, they are having 30 seats, and admission is based on the GATE score. And here also, you like if you are GATE qualified scholar, then you will have a teaching assistantship of 12,400. Then we have Indian Institute of Space and Technology, Trivandrum, established in 2007. The various departments are there. Courses under avionics department. We have RF and microwave engineering, digital signal processing, VLSI and microsystems, control systems, power electronics. There are all these specializations. They have 10 seats, and the admission process is based on GATE score. And scholarship, they will get around 12,400. Then we have CDAC, Trivandrum, which is ER and DCI Institute of Technology, CDAC Trivandrum, established in 2001. They are having two departments, ECE and CSE, which is offering two different specializations. One is VLSI and embedded system, which is coming under ECE, and the other one is cyber forensic and information security, which is offered by CSE. So they are having 18 seats, and admission is based on GATE's score and written test or interview. And they are also having scholarship, which is a teaching assistantship of 12,400 if you are a GATE qualified student. Then we have NEELIT, established in 1989, situated in Calicut, and they're having embedded systems, electronic design and technology, which is coming under EC department. 18 seats are there. So here also the admission is based on the GATE score, and you have 12,400 teaching assistantship for if you are a GATE qualified student. Then we have Digital University Kerala, formerly it is known as Indian Institute of Information Technology and Management Kerala, established in 2000, and later on it was renamed as Digital University of Kerala. And they are having 3 different departments, and CSE, Electronics Engineering, and Electronic Systems and Automation. All these departments are offering specializations as indicated in the slide. And the number of seats are as 30, 15, and 20 each. And then we have IIIT Kottayam, established in 2000. Under CSE department, they have AI and data science, cyber security, CSE with the specialization in big data and machine learning. So maximum number of seats is 60 for all together, and admission is based on GATE. Everywhere normally M.Tech seats are filled based on the GATE score. So these are the institutions which are of national importance, which are funded by central government. Now let's see the other reputed colleges which are coming, which may be autonomous, which may be in the category of autonomous, maybe self-financing, but autonomous of nature. So first one is Model Engineering College, established in 1989, and it is run by IHRD. And they are having 2 departments, which is offering 3 different specializations. ECE is offering wheel-side design and embedded systems and signal processing. And under CSE, we are having image processing. So total seat is in each specialization is 18 seats. And then we have Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Kollam, which is a deemed one, established in 1994. They are also having a total 7 specialization, 4 coming under EC department and 2 under CSE department. All specializations, except embedded control and automation, biomedical engineering and signal processing, they offer 30 seats, and the other one which is offering 18 seats. Then we have the first 3 autonomous institutions coming under Kerala. One is Mar Basilius College of Engineering and Technology, Trivandrum. They are also offering 3 specializations under 3 departments as shown here. All 3 specializations, they have 18 seats as shown. And under computer science, they have a specialization, which is computer science and information system, which is having 24 seats. Then we have St. Gitt's College of Engineering, Kottayam, another autonomous institution, which is established in 2002. They also recently got the autonomous power. And they are also having 5 specializations that is coming under 3 different departments as indicated in the slide. And the first 4 specializations are having 12 seats, and the last one, which is offered by computer science department, is having 24 seats. So these are the autonomous institutions and some of the reputed institutions under the self-financing category. And also we have some government sponsored self-financing colleges, which are listed as listed in the slide, which is coming under Cape College of Engineering, cooperative sector. And there are also many other self-financing colleges, which is coming under KTU, which are also offering PG programs. So if you take any of these PG programs, if you want to take any admission, if you want to take admission in any of the above mentioned colleges, you need to have cracked GATE. So GATE is nothing but Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. So with GATE score, you can get admission in Masters of Engineering, that is ME or Master of Technology M.Tech course, and even for PhD programs at various IITs, NITs, IISc, GFTIs, and other reputed universities. And even more foreign universities, several foreign universities also take GATE course. For example, Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, National University of Singapore, Technical University of Munich, and Asian University, Germany, etc. They are also considering the GATE course. And GATE course, even if you crack GATE course, you can apply for prestigious jobs in PSUs, central universities, government sectors, etc. And also, if you are a GATE qualified student, and if you are taking admission in any of the M.Tech program, you can avail 12,400 every month until the completion of 2 years of your course. And GATE score remains valid for 3 years for joining an M.Tech program from the date of release of result. And for government jobs, GATE score will remain valid for only current year. And in the last 2022, we had in the month of February, and GATE is always conducted in the month of February. So in the coming latest one is GATE 2023, which will be conducted by IIT Kanpur. And exam notification will be coming soon in the month of September, along with official brochure, exam date, and application form link. And GATE exam is expected to be conducted at the weekends of the first 2 weeks of February 2023. So with this, I conclude my talk on higher education by saying the words like encouragement of higher education for our youth is critical for the success of our collective future. So more specific, more more skills to be acquired, and more knowledge about the subject is required for success of our future. So thank you. If you have any questions regarding this talk, you can ask. You are free to ask.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring talk.
Open day, there is a question. There is a question from Robin Roy. Yeah, the question is there any state quota in the above colleges?
State quota, like management quota seats are there, rather than all seats will be filled by GATE score only. Management seats also, if you want to get a scholarship, you need to crack GATE score.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we invite Dr. Shajimon K. John, Professor, St. Gabe's College of Engineering, Kottayam, to deliver his talk on higher education outside Kerala and abroad. Dr. Shajimon has PhD in Electronics and Communication Engineering and an MBA in Marketing and Systems. He has over 20 years of experience in teaching and research. He is a senior member of IEEE and has many publications, patents, and books to his credit. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Devi, and very good afternoon to all. I hope I am audible to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, if the slides are visible for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, let me start. So already Sadiq sir has given a detailed process on which how you can move about your higher education, and especially in Kerala. So I'll be covering mostly the higher education aspects in India as well as abroad. So as already SARS told, in India we have different category of institutions that is declared by the government of India. One the most premier one is the institutes of national importance, that is IITs, NITs, and NIDs. And recently, for the last 3 years before, government has declared certain institutions as institutions of eminence. It covers both government as well as private institutions. So the institutions of eminence covers not only IITs and NITs, but institutions which have been well reputed over a period of time. So the list I have already given. So Anna University, BHU, IISc, IIT Bombay, Jadavpur University, University of Delhi, University of Hyderabad, and some of them are already given their application for eminence. The government is yet to release that list. And private universities, BITS, Belani, Manipal Academy, OP Jindal, and Shivananda. These are the private universities that are already received the institutions of eminence tag by the government of India. So normally when you go for higher studies, you have different options. You can find it. One is either a master's in technology or master's in engineering. Then another one, what we can find it in India is that M.Tech or MS by research. That is some of the IITs, IIScs, and certain IIITs are offering M.Tech by research. So the difference between M.Tech, normal M.Tech and M.Tech by research is that in M.Tech by research, you have to do a project which leads to a research output. And another thing, it's the integrated PhD. So that includes both your master's as well as PhD. And after M.Tech, you can directly go for PhD. So these are the different options when normally it is happening in India. So when you go for M.Tech by research, it is not because we go for a M.Tech program, it is around 2 years in almost all the institutions across India. But M.Tech by research, it may be 2 to 2.5 years program. It's a research-based program. Here, the program is more concentrated or train you to become a research-based professional suitable to industry or for pursue your PhD. So another one, what recently you can find a lot of institutions are coming up in that is the Masters of Design. Any engineering student can opt for Masters in Design. So these are mainly offered by the Design Institute. The premier Design Institute in India is National Institute of Design at Hyderabad, and they have different centers at Indore and National Institute of Design at Ahmedabad. They have different campuses at Hyderabad and Indore is there. So this is basically looking into how you can go for the design aspects. That is one of the most important aspect that is coming is that UI, user interface design. So you all know that even in mobile, even for every update, the user interface are changing. The games which you are so familiar, also the user interface, the interface you are receiving to do, that is changing regularly. So that is one specialization is that, and the other one is game and graphic design, then industrial design, the product design that is normally called as, then communication design. These are the major specializations on which Masters of Design is going on. Then so these are the slight introduction about what way the universities, major universities and degrees offered after in your B.Tech program in India. So let me move to the abroad portion. So abroad, most of the places it is not M.Tech or ME, it is normally called as MS. Then they have integrated PhD and PhD. These are the options available there. So EMS, there are two options are there, a thesis option and a non-thesis option. So thesis option is that where you have to complete your research work and submit your thesis or your project. As per our terminology, most of it's a project. But non-thesis is there also you will receive the MMs, but non-thesis you don't want to submit. You have to do the project, but submission of thesis and clearing the final thesis evaluation process is non-required. But the problem with the non-thesis MS is that you can go for industry or you can work in any industry, but you cannot go for any higher studies with MS by non-thesis option. So if you are interested to go for higher studies after your MS, so you have to opt for a thesis option. But for normal, because it is not offered in all the universities abroad, but certain universities are offering this. So you can go for thesis option. That is the best option for you if you are looking for MS in outside India. So there are n number of specialization you can find it. Communications control. It's not like that what is actually available in India. India, the nomenclature of specializations is bit different than what is available in for foreign countries. So computer systems and software, computer vision, electromagnetics, plasma optics, microsystems, materials, devices, power system, hardware, software, code design. So these are the major streams you can find. From university to university, the specialization is going to change. Then when you go for MS in foreign universities, you have to think about what all ways you will get funding while you are in the campus. So there are different funding opportunities available with all the universities which offer MS in foreign countries. One is research assistantship. The second is teaching assistantship. Then is non-teaching assistantship, fellowship, and one-time scholarship. I'll explain all these things. Research assistantship is that you are going to be a part of a research team, and the project, whatever funding they have received for the completion of a particular project that the research team is received from the government or from non-government organization, you will also get a regular fund from that. That is, you are going to be all your off times, you are going to be in the department assisting the research team headed by a senior professor. Teaching assistantships is there where you will be assisting a professor or the department for the undergraduate students, helping the undergraduate student, the faculty in the tutorial classes, or developing the course materials for the faculty, or developing online content for the faculty. So these are the ways the faculty maybe will provide a certain fund or a certain remuneration for your work in every month basis. Then non-teaching assistantship is that you will be assigned a certain department, non-teaching activities of the department, looking after the library, looking after the center for development, for all these things there, for student developments, student activities. So for that you will be assisting, and there also you are going to assist a professor of the department, and you'll be paid for that. And fellowships, so that is given by the different organizations or non-government organizations is going to give you a lot of fellowships for the department. Like certain cases it may be by the alumni or some research organizations, so or non-government organizations, they will provide the fellowships, so you will also receive a part of the fellowship for that. And one-time scholarships, so that normally the universities provide at the time of you are joining to the program, but it is going to be a one-time amount, it's not going to be a monthly amount. Then what way you can get into your aspirations of moving abroad. So there are different options are there. You need a score. That score can be a TOEFL score or a IELTS score or a PTE score or a GRE score or a GMAT score. GMAT score is basically for the management admission. So all other things, some of the institutions will ask for only English language based scores, that is IELTS or PTE. GRE is graduate record examination, basically for engineering studies. Then TOEFL also is for the high studies over there. So they will look into different universities, ask for different scores. Some universities ask for GRE score. Some may ask for the IELTS score. Some may ask, they may only PTE score. You have to look into the university, see which score they are looking for. So when you are moving for the higher studies, so what all things you have to prepare? It's not like that what you are doing in India. You have a MTech score and you are applying directly to the university, and university based upon the score they will provide you an seat. It's not like that in foreign universities. There you should have a bachelor degree or bachelor degree should be there. Then you have to prepare a statement of purpose. I will explain in the coming slide. I will explain what is a statement of purpose is all about. Then letters of recommendation from your professors and any score that university asks for it. So these are the things you need it when you apply for a higher studies option in any of the foreign countries. So a statement of purpose is actually your short-term and long-term career and personal goals. It describes them. It's not going to be a lengthy 2-page, 3-page statement. It is should be a 1-page statement covering majorly these aspects. That is your short-term and long-term career and personal goals, evidence of your professional activities, then examples of your teamwork or leadership or other corporate qualities you have exhibited during your undergraduate studies, and what type of career expectation you are looking from the institution. Then noteworthy projects undertaken at work. That it's not long that it should be an academic project. It can be a social service project or any other service project you have done during your 4 years of studying for graduation. So this is actually a 1-page write-up covering your short-term, long-term goals with respect to your personal as well as career. Then professional achievements you have. Then examples of your teamwork, leadership, and other corporate qualities. Then what you are expected from the institution and or why you are choosing that institution. That also is there. And any other work you have done it. So when you prepare your SOP, that is a statement of purpose, it should be an basic information and overview about that is what you are supposed to discuss. That is it's going to be how you are going to market yourself to that particular university or to that particular department or to the professor. That depends upon different universities have different admission strategies. Some you have to apply for the university, some you have to apply for the department, some you may have to apply for the professor and his team. So where you are trying to market yourself, you are a product, you are trying to market yourself into that team. So it should be a basic information and basic overview about you. So when you provide you this SOP, make sure that you are not providing too much information, or better not to provide any information regarding the financial details, because this statement will have an effect on the scholarship you are going to receive while you are applying for the scholarship. So better not to provide a detailed financial statement in that. Just give it a overall idea about it. Then your professional details on that 1 page during the 4 years of study, what you have done it, or you are being the chairman of your department, society, or you have participated in the sports, arts, or whichever be. And in most of the university, they'll give you a word limit or a page limit. Make sure that your SOP should not exceed that given word limit or page limit. Most of the cases, it's going to be a word limit. Make sure that you count your words once you prepared. Make sure that using MS Word, you count the number of words, and it should not exceed the word limit. And you don't copy directly from n number of SOPs, but never try to prepare something. You can refer and then you submit. Then the creative fonts, colored purpose, that all is not recorded for. It should be a font you are using, either a Times New Roman or Arial. It's a common standard font. It should be there. In some other cases, university will specify the font with the line spacing. You have to use that font size, line spacing. In certain universities, they specify you have to maximum 1.5 spacing. That is more than enough. Or the it should be true, and any nobody is looking into technical jargons, it should be simple words and statements. Your first choice, whichever the institution, it should be an institution. The SOP, it's not like that you prepare a standard SOP and share with all the universities. It's not like that. From institution to institution, depends upon their specialization, their prominence. You have to prepare your SOP, and you should not specify that it is not you are applied here and there. You are also applying here. If you get it well and good, that type of statement should not be there. And do not put any humor into it. Then letter of recommendations. The letter of recommendation should be received from your professor. It is good if you can spell out the major achievements or major activities you have done it in that campus, so that the browser can prepare the letter of recommendation properly, because the browser may or may not remember all your accomplishments during the 4 years of study. So it is better you can check with the browser whether should I give any details regarding my accomplishments during the 4 years of study. So based on that, you can submit your details to the browser. It should be a conclusive statement about the referee's level of support, enthusiasm, as well as an invitation to contact them for additional information. It is not like that they just write something, you have been this, you have done this. It's not like that. It should be a conclusive statement, and it should the university or the browser should feel that that browser is very much enthusiastic about recommending this candidate to them, and that is more important. The LOR should be in the official college letter part. Describe the time that the students impressed you, which are the major highlights, or why you are still remember that student. Some context about referee's position as well as how well they know the applicant. They can say that you have been the member of the project guided by him, or you have worked under him for in this particular activity, or like something like that. You have been or taught this on this subjects, or you have done seminar guide for you. So any special accomplishment and evaluation of the student. At the end, there should be a specific statement saying that the level of confidence of the browser in that particular on you, and a free contact details. You can feel free to contact me with respect to this student. Should be there in the letter of recommendation. Then you should have a biodata or a CV. Some places they will ask for the biodata. So if that also it's well and good if it is there with you. It should cover your personal details, educational details, work experience, co-curricular recognitions and prizes if you have received anything, extracurricular activities, community service, or any other social service you have done it, then skills and hobbies and interests. And this also should not be a lengthy one, preferably a page. Should not be 2 pages, 3 pages, preferably a page. Then the admissions. So the admissions normally different there. It's not like that over semester, even semester concept is normal there. There you can find fall, winter, spring, summer, different terms you can find it out there. Fall, it is on which starts in September and ends in January. Winter is the period between fall and spring. Spring starts in January and ends in May. Summer is between that May and early June, ends in the fall of just before the fall semester. Winter is between fall and spring. So different terminologies you can find it when you go through the website of the university. So you have to see which term, it's a fall admission or a winter admission or a spring admission, which term have maximum financial assistance or maximum scholarship and maximum candidates. So you can go through the previous data. There you can find it. In which term the number of students are more intake is there. Because depends upon that availability of the scholarship. Some universities may restrict the admissions on different seasons. Either fall, spring and all, they will be restricted. So there you have to check it, the university website for the exact information, the amount of scholarship and the number of candidates they are going to select for this particular term. And one more thing, when you move into any foreign universities, you have to check what is the ranking for that. So the most important ranking, you can find that QS World University and Business School rankings. That is called the QS ranking. You can check in the web, Google. You can find the QS.com, the details. You have to check whether university you have chosen is there with respect to the program you are selected. It's not like the university with respect to the program you have chosen. You have to identify whether it is in the QS or you can go for the Times Higher Education ranking also, World University ranking. That also you can check it. So these two, when you check these two ranking, you'll get an idea about the university, how it goes. So I want to summarize on what way you can think about your foreign as higher studies there. So before you think about your higher studies, you have to think about decide on what you want to study. That should be very specific, because when you first go through the different university, you can find different programs. You identify which other programs it is suited for you, then decide on where you want to study. That's which country. There are different countries. Then choose your favorite study programs and compare them based upon the ranking, the alumni, the job opportunities, everything. Then apply for multiple universities. Pass your English language test if you haven't done it earlier. Then apply for scholarship. Confirm once you had admission is over, apply for scholarship. Confirm your place after receiving the letter from the university. Apply for student visa if it is required with that embassy. Choose an accommodation and option and make arrangements for that. Decide on how you will travel abroad, because if you are moving to US and all, there can be transatlantic or all Atlantic, different options are there. You have to identify which way you want to travel. Then decide on what you want to pack and size your luggage, because you are not supposed to bring everything out there, which are all required things only you are supposed to bring, take from India to there. Thank you. You have any queries, you can ask. Hello.
Yes, sir. I think no questions.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for your nice presentation.
Thank you,
And
sir, for the informative talk.
yeah,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, we invite Professor Rajashree, Senior Director, CDAC, and Principal, ER and DCI Institute of Technology, to deliver her talk on higher education opportunities, CDAC advantage. Madam has over 28 years of experience in software development, project management, and education. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just disconnect. Actually, I connected to two devices. So I disconnect one device because I'm having an echo out here.
Okay, no problem.
Madam?
Yeah. So I just share my screen too.
Please.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I will not take much time because it's so late, 8 o'clock, 8:10. But I would request whoever is remaining to continue to be paying attention, because this is an effort to introduce not just one organization, an employer, maybe a prospective employer, but what is happening in the country in terms of electronics and IT. Okay, so before I go into these topics, I hope at least few of you are listening there and are interested, shall be paying attention to whatever is being discussed here. I'll make it as brief as possible. Before I go into any specific thing about CDAC, I would just say that who should go for higher education? It depends on what kind of person you are. If you are a project management kind of a person, you are a techno-commercial kind of a person who has an engineering mind, but more of an application-oriented person, ideally you may join a job right after B.Tech if you get a good placement. Now, if you don't get a good placement and you have a bent or research-oriented mind or an academic-oriented mind, or a mind to go deeper into certain subjects, you should go for the GATE. Now, GATE will give you multiple options, not just into an entry into academics, but it will also help you get entry into the first screening criteria of many of the Navratnas. So this is also another encouraging factor that you should go for the GATE, because many of the Navratnas like NTPC, Bharat Petroleum, GAIL and all, they take the preliminary criteria as the GATE score. Now, having said that, then you have a lot of opportunities which were already discussed by my previous speakers. So my job here is to introduce to you an organization which is a premier R&D organization of the Government of India. I will just quickly run through what CDAC is. You can look at CDAC as a prospective employer. You can look at CDAC as a place where you can take short-term courses. You can also look at CDAC as a place where you could possibly do your MTech. So I'll just quickly run through because I respect your time. Now, we are basically an R&D institution. And how did we come about? I'll just tell you a small story about it. In 1988, when India wanted to do high-performance computing, and we were buying the technology from US simply denied that they're not going to give us the technology. So at that point of time, Rajiv Gandhi was our prime minister, and we decided that we'll make this technology, high-performance computing technology in-house in the country. So that's how this institution came into being. Right now, the corporate office is in Pune, and we have around 12 offices across the country. We are around 3,000 employees across the country, and most of the employees, around 70% of the employees are scientists or engineers. So they're all B.Tech plus qualification holders. Now, these are the various areas that we work on. I will speak to specific, few of them I'll take up randomly and explain. So these are the various thrust areas that we are working on. Since we don't have much time, I'm not lingering on this slide also. Okay, so again, these are the various projects and programs that we are working on, mission mode projects. So these are the, I'm not able to comprehend whether students will be able to appreciate what is mission mode and all that. So I'll also skip the slide. Now I just tell you about the Param supercomputers. The supercomputing capacity of India was indigenously built by C.Tech in 1988 in a period of 1 or 2 years because we were denied this technology. Now, why do we use supercomputing technology? We use it for earthquake assessment. You know, anything that you need simulation of a large scale, you can use. Geospatial simulation, weather forecasting. The weather forecasting, if you notice, has been tremendously improving over the years. And C.Tech is regularly providing inputs to all the weather forecasting information that you're getting through various channels. So that is one thing. Of late, recently, during the pandemic time, what we did was, we did a DNA simulation study on the action of Ayurvedic medicines on the of COVID patients. For example, you have remdesivir, which was widely used in the beginning for COVID patients. We did a study on the action of remdesivir. Sorry, my battery running low, signal is coming for me. Just can you give me a second, please? Check out why it's running low. Just a second. Yeah, so in case, Kader, I'm telling you, in case I get disconnected, again, I'm getting this message of battery running low.
Madam?
Hello. Hello, Kader?
Hello, madam?
Yeah, please go ahead, because I have a feeling that I might get disconnected at any time.
I think we are in this slide now.
Yeah, can you go back to the next slide? Yeah, HPC slide and the next one. Even the next one. Okay, so this was basically a problem that we tried to address. That is how the DNA simulation studies, you have heard about the Ayush, the Ayurveda, Unani scheme of the government of India, where we are trying to establish evidence-based, make it evidence-based. Why is this kind of Ayurveda, Unani, and Homeo kind of treatments not so established? Because they say that there is no protocol established, there is no treatment efficacy is established, there is no evidence-based systems. So we tried helping the Ayurvedic drug people, and as a study to start with, we started with a medication for COVID. And we found that in Ayurveda, some of the Ayurvedic drugs were much more effectively binding with the DNA and effectively showing better results with a simulation study as compared to remdesivir. Can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so we at Trivandrum. So this is one of the centers of C.Tech. We are located at Trivandrum. We have 2 locations. One is the picture at the top that you see, your top left corner is a Keltron building. It's an old palace. It's a Keltron headquarters at Vellayambalam. And this second picture that you see, that is C.Tech just across the road, I mean, in the same campus. And the last picture that you see at the bottom right corner is the Technopark campus of C.Tech. So we have 2 locations in Trivandrum and 1 location at Kochi, and we comprise the C.Tech Trivandrum entity. So we have around, we are an ISO 9000-2015 certified premier R&D organization. Now again, I'm repeating myself. Kindly look at C.Tech as a prospective employer or a prospective organization for your higher studies. Yeah, next slide, please. Now we have around 48 years of R&D experience, and we have a lot of like infrastructure-wise capabilities and competencies. Please, next slide, please. So there are various areas that we work in Trivandrum. Can you move to the next slide? So I'll speak of few projects and products that you might come across. You have come across recently, hopefully, the 112 that we have comprehensively installing across the country. 112 is basically a first responder number. That is, when you are in panic, in US, you will dial 911, and in India, you should dial 112. I don't know how many of you are aware of it. So if you dial 112, there is an emergency response system the ambulance, the police, everyone should be responding to you in the minimum time. This actually came into being after the Nirbhaya episode, where there was a lot of dispute and debating and a lot of delay when the ambulance arrived at the site. So this is the one of the applications, the projects that we were trying to come across in the communication area. We have a lot of Tetra communication systems, the SDR and all that. Can you go to the next slide, please? Hello. Yeah. So there are a lot of technologies we are developing for the Navy, the military, Air Force. So a lot of communication equipments. Many of the echo sounders which are used in the Indian Navy are being developed by us. Can you move to the next slide? So this was the emergency response system that I was talking about. That is, initially we have the police, the medical people, the firemen, all coming to your assistance as soon as you dial a number of 112. Can you move to the next slide, please? Then we have cybersecurity group, which is working in Trivandrum. We actually support and help the law enforcement agencies, the NIA, the CBI, the Kerala police, various police agencies across the country for crime analysis, cyber forensics, and related areas. So all the high-profile cases of the recent past that you can think of have come to CDAC. Maybe you've heard in the news also that CDAC is being called for these kind of investigations. Can you go to the next slide, please? We have a lot of cyber forensic tools developed. So if you are part of CDAC team of the cybersecurity group, you may be likely be getting involved into development of these so-called cyber forensic tools. Can you go to the next slide? So we have cybersecurity system, we have network management system where you have an entire network monitoring system. So a lot of intelligence agencies like RAW, CBI, NIA, many of them are using our network management system for monitoring the networks. We also have a security operating center. Now, many of our M.Tech cyber forensics students get into this group of cybersecurity. After the M.Tech cyber forensics, while they are doing the M.Tech cyber forensics, they get involved with these kind of tool development or these terms of forensic analysis or the security operating center that we have at CDAC. Now, security operating center monitors this as a service for many countries, many government organizations. For example, you have the JNPT, the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. The Port Trust Infrastructure Security Operating Center is done by CDAC, management of that. So these kind of opportunities are there for people who are studying in the M.Tech center. So normally what we do is when the student is in the third semester, we put them to this group, attach them to the group. So they start working on the live projects with this group, grow with this group. And at the end of this curriculum, they either placed as a project engineer in this group, or they are getting opportunities like UST or other companies where they are also again taken into cyber security operations center. We have St. Gobain. All the global technology centers have a lot of requirement for cyber forensics and cyber security. So a lot of companies come to us for recruitment, and we have been having a tremendously great response for all our students getting placed in the second semester and third semester and so on and so forth. So they get stipend from the third semester onwards if they're taken as a intern kind of a thing when they're doing their project, and then they get absorbed into the system and they get a employment thereafter. Can we move to the next slide, please? Now, these are the various cybersecurity systems and network management system that I was talking about. Can you move to the next slide? We have a health informatics. So you might have heard about MRI. MRI systems are normally bought out. They are not indigenous. They are always imported. So we are having projects and products where we are trying to build up an indigenous MRI. So people who are in the VLSI and its system areas, they can also see a prospective employment in the health informatics group as in from the project phase to being an intern and then further working with CDAC or getting employed outside. So there are various products from this group. Can we move to the next slide, please? So various maxillofacial systems, the mobile telemedicine systems, which goes to the very remotest corners of the country like Attapadi to deliver high quality connectivity to RCCs and other super specialty centers so that people from the remotest villages get the right kind of treatment without coming out of their zones of comfort. Can we move to the next slide? We have something called industrial electronics, where we are currently working on Industry 4.0, migrating to Industry 5.0 shortly, where we help in a lot of sensor technology development for the country. CDAC being a Government of India organization, I forgot to mention that we are under the Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. So CDAC being under the Government of India, we do a lot of work for the government entities. So many of these products that we develop are basically to the government organizations. So you get to work on a lot of, and also the Digital India, the Make in India initiatives of the Government of India. CDAC is one of the front runners who is driving this kind of initiative in the country. Can we move to the next slide, please? So you have a lot of wireless sensor nodes, communication interfaces, power controllers, SCADA systems, which are getting replaced by Industry 4.0 equivalents, and so on and so forth. Can we move to the next slide, please? So a lot of roadside units for development of various like vehicle control units and FU test, fuel. For example, you have the fuel dispensing units in the petrol pumps. They're basically tampered with. Okay, so CDAC has developed technology to ensure that it's tamper-proof, tamper-evident, and the customers are not getting any kind of getting fooled by the petrol pump and other things. So we have a lot of test bed systems, FDU test, this is fuel dispensing unit test systems, and so on and so forth. Can you go to the next slide, please? And we have the intelligent transportation system, and this in that I would take the example of the green corridor. Whenever you have an organ transplant happening anywhere in the country, you must have heard about the word green corridor, which is absolutely a smooth, glitch-free traffic. You have seen a movie called Traffic, and you must be associating and connecting yourself, linking, relating, being able to relate what exactly a green corridor is. So the traffic signal system can be remotely controlled to facilitate green corridors, to facilitate optimal traffic flow and smooth traffic management. So a lot of products in this are there, and CDAC has gone and deployed it in multiple places across the country. So this is, and smart city projects of the Government of India, CDAC is also there. So that our electronic students are likely to be placed in these groups for the projects as well as for the further employment or even outside the CDAC system. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah, so these are the traffic command and control that you see in the big middle bottom, and various other products that you see. I'm not going into details of it. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, so these are the various red light violation system. Next time onwards, when you're crossing a red light, when you're making a traffic violation, you'll be getting an information on your mobile that you have crossed this particular traffic light, jumped this red light, and this is the traffic violation on your mobile. So these kind of technologies and the backend infrastructure is being developed at CDAC. So this is something that the Transport Commissionerate is also working very closely, and very soon we'll all be tracked. Even the what do you say, the toll payment at the national highway points, wherever you have the toll collection, will also, the toll points will also be gone. As soon as you cross a particular point from the GPS location of your vehicle, you will be charged whatever is supposed to be charged on. So can we go to the next? Yeah, so we have something very strong team of power electronics, basically from the IEEE people. The IEEE people are looking at this. Yeah, we have a lot of work happening in the power electronics, niche work happening, a lot of work in the DC-DC chargers, AC-DC chargers, the vehicle control units in the railways, a lot of rolling stock of application, which means that it's all, a lot of products for the railways. And we also have the smart grid system, where you have a system which is a solar powered system, which can stand alone, like in a place like Attapadi, where there's no grid connection, or it can be grid connected system. So a lot of work happening in the clean energy, the renewable energy in this particular group, which is basically a niche work. And this is one of the flagship groups of the center. So a lot of work happening in the power electronics. Can we move to the next slide? Yeah, so this is the mission on which this is working on. Can you move to the next slide, please? So a lot of work and a lot of products out here. So this is like a lot of work in solar, smart energy meters, indigenous smart energy meters we are making, a lot of like full spectrum simulators, a lot of products for the Indian Railways, a lot of private companies, Tata Power, for example, comes and collaborates with us, picks many of the products, do collaborative development. So a lot of learning is possible in this particular group of CDAC. Can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, we have something called strategic electronics. As the word strategic means, it is basically for the defense, law enforcement agencies. So a lot of products, like you have an underwater drone getting developed here. As I told you, echo sounders for the Indian Navy. You have non-destructive test systems, for example, gunshot detection systems, okay, ship weight measuring systems, landmine sensing systems, a lot of work which are basically going towards the defense and other entities happening here. We also have a lot of work in collaboration with ISRO, DRDO happening in this particular group. A lot of work in the avionics sector, mine detection, underwater ranges, a lot of niche work happening in this field of electronics. And the students of our M.Tech, VLSI and embedded system get an opportunity to do projects with these. Now, project work in CDAC means working on components of these particular work, the live projects that are happening. And then subsequently, when you start working with them and you get internship period of 1 year from the next semester onwards, I think we are going for a curricular revision and we'll be having 1 year of academics and 1 year of projects. So the 1 year projects will be engaged in the groups of CDAC, or in case placement companies come as early as the second semester, they take people in the second semester and also take them to their industry for their projects, so that they can be subsequently absorbed. This is what happens in the M.Tech programs of CDAC. Can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so this, I think you went back. Move forward, please. Yeah, so these are the various products of this strategic electronics group. Can you go forward, please? Next slide, please. Yeah, so I'm not going to this. Then again, we have, this is another flagship product of CDAC. We are working on something called the India microprocessor, where we are doing a military. See, always you've heard about Intel inside or so other processors, AMD and all that. But there was never ever an indigenous microprocessor of India. So this particular group has brought out an indigenous microprocessor. One microprocessor is known by the name of Vega, and the other is known as by the name of Shakti from IIT Madras. So these are the two indigenous microprocessors. Now further work is happening on how to take that work of the microprocessor, the portfolio of the processors, the peripherals, the ecosystem of the processors to the next level, so that people actually start using those processors and develop and deploy various products. So we use it for smart meters, we can use it for RFID devices, the hearing aids, the automotive controls, and so on and so forth. So a lot of work happening, and this is one of the areas. This is the core. Now we have the scientists working on these projects. They come and teach subjects in our M.Tech programs. Now that is the CDAC advantage. The CDAC advantage is about the people who are going to teach you. The CDAC advantage is the kind of work, the project that you're going to get involved, and finally, the kind of assimilation that the way the people are getting absorbed into either CDAC or the niche companies across the country. CDAC is a very fertile ground for them for placement in terms from the academics as well as from the employees. We are unfortunately for CDAC and fortunately for a lot of employers across the country like Intel, IBM, they take CDAC is a label that as soon as you have that, people come and just pick you up, even if you're working or you're doing an academics. So academics, of course, Intel, IBM used to come. Presently, it's not. They are not coming. We have other companies coming like Tata Elxsi has been coming. PVTN has come recently, and Synopsys is under discussion. So some of the companies are there. A lot of, but majority of these people in the VLSI get absorbed in CDAC because we have a lot of niche work happening in professional electronics in the center of CDAC. Can we move to the next slide, please? So these are the details of the processors that we have been working. I'm not going into the detail of it. Next slide, please. Now I'm coming to the education and training programs. So as I told you, it depends on what kind of person you are, what kind of education you should pursue, whether you should pursue an education, whether you should pursue a training, or you just go for an employment. If I'm a person who feels that my B.Tech is enough for me for further progression, and my attitude is towards that, it's just fine. There's nothing compelling you to go for any other things. But you feel that, yes, I am interested in employment, but I need to upskill my certain skills to be industry ready. Then you have a lot of options from various entities, including CDAC. So these are the few of the training programs that are offered through CDAC. We have something called a common examination across the country. Unfortunately for our country, Maharashtra, where we are having a main center, Pune and Mumbai, 2 centers, they are extremely doing well, and they've got a lot of placement for all the training programs that we offer, the 6 months training programs that we offer. And unfortunately, very few people, even Trivandrum and Kochi centers, we have Maharashtrians, more number of Maharashtrians as compared to Keralites. Of course, the entire country is one huge big unit, but we'll still like to see more number of Keralites getting the benefit, because these are all sure case, sure shot placement programs where you get enrolled for 6 months, you go through the program, rigorous program, and then you get placed at the end of the 6 months. So if you are that kind of person who doesn't want to go into the depth of subjects, who feels that your engineering is good enough, but you need to just skill yourself further, these are the kind of programs that you can approach CDAC for. There are various other institutions who may be offering similar or better programs. Now we'll go to the education programs that we are offering. Basically, 2 programs being offered at CDAC at this point in time. VLSI, can you move further, Kader? Yeah, these are the various technology partners that we're working with. We have given transfer of technologies to many of these entities. Can you move further? So this is the RDCI Institute, the academic arm of CDAC. We are also located in the same campus as Vellampalam campus of CDAC. Can we go further, please? So here we've been working since 2001 in MCA programs, and from 2006 in VLSI and embedded, and since 2013 we are running the cyber forensic programs. So 2 academic programs from the CDAC to run. And all these programs, can you move further, please? So we are presently affiliated to APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. And can you move further? Yeah, so the number of seats are 18. We take both GATE and non-GATE students out here. First, of course, the preference would go to the GATE scholars. And if we are not having sufficient number of GATE scholars, then it goes to the non-GATE people, depending upon the kind of amount of marks that you've scored in the final qualifying examination. Currently, the admission 2022 is open. We are closing by 25th of August this year. So in case you yourself is eligible and interested in these kind of programs, do apply directly onto our website, which we will be giving at the end of it. Or you can also connect and communicate this. See, why should a government organization like CDAC take the pain of coming to students and explaining what we have? Because whenever we go for a public forum, whenever we go to public environments, we realize that hardly few people know about CDAC offering these kind of programs. So this is the government of India. This is taxpayers' money. Of course, we have to have our own revenue earning mechanisms. Many of the government organizations are now being forced into that. But having said that, ultimately, at the end of the day, we are a government of India entity, and we need to ensure that a lot of people are outbound, maybe because they feel there are not adequate opportunities in the country. So we wanted this community of students to understand that there are certain options which will secure, give you good employment. Now, all the cyber forensic students, as I told you, get employed in the 3rd semester itself. They get employed, and earlier on, from the 4th semester onwards, they used to go to the industry or the CDAC group where they have been attached for the live project, and subsequently they get absorbed in that particular position. Same with the VLSI and embedded system. They go for their live projects in the VLSI and embedded systems in these particular industries which come to our campus for recruitment, or go to the CDAC groups where they are subsequently absorbed. So we have been having consistently very good placement, 100% placement for people who are interested in this. Now we have been having people from Kerala Police coming over to doing a cyber forensic program for 2 years. For the past three batches, they've been there. So around 6 police people are coming out from CDAC as their alumni. Of course, people like them. Then we have people from TCS and other companies, Infosys, coming. Some of them opted out of the placement because they are already happy with the placement, but they wanted to upskill. Some of them, in spite of the getting employment with Infosys, being employed with Infosys, have switched over to new opportunities which CDAC has provided. So this is something like a great game changer for many people. And the saddest part, as far as I'm concerned, is that this word is not across. And that is the reason why we are here to take your time at the middle of night. It's almost 8:45, so I will not take any more time. So shall we go further to the next slide, please? So these are the programs that we are offering. I've mentioned that. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, so this is what you teach in VLSI and embedded. I think this is something similar to most of the programs which are offering VLSI and embedded systems. Can you go to the next slide, please? So there are various results which are there. Okay, 2020, 22 also should be here. Can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah, 2020, 22 is also 100%. Can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah, so these are the, yeah, please move. So these are the kinds of things that you are taught in a VLSI cyber forensic program. Please go ahead. So even the 2020, 2022 batch is also 100% placed, not just passed, but placed. Can you move to the next slide, please? Again, next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, so some of the recruiters who have been regularly visiting our campus has been listed here. HCL, I think, is not listed here. HCL has also come to our campus this year and recruited around 5 VLSI and embedded systems people this year. So these are some of the things that we wanted to share. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, so we have a lot of co-curricular activities. We organize Tech Fiesta, where we have robotics event hosted by our students. We bring in experts from outside. We have hackathons that we conduct. We help conduct hackathons in other institutions. Can you move to the next slide, please? So a lot of activities happening in that way. Please move ahead. We give the Vega processor that we built. We did a hackathon on that also for our own students and for outsiders also. So can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah, a lot of opportunities for other activities and entertainment, extracurricular activities. Yeah. So these are this is it. Then again, the training activities, which I mentioned earlier, the 6 months training programs. So there are calls for that in February and September. I think the September session placements, the test and the list come out. So I think again, next opportunity come in the month of Jan. It's a nationwide test that people take. We want more Keralites to take this. Like I said, 80 to 90% of our programs, unfortunately or fortunately for them, are being taken by Maharashtrians because they know CDEC properly, because that is the place where we have our headquarters. Yeah, can you go ahead into the next slide, please? So a lot of programs happening. We have a Kochi Center and a Technopark Center. We have offer further a lot of programs here. Can we move to the next slide, please? So the admission program for CCAT is given here. So this is the site. You go into cdac.in, you get all the available information on the training programs, as well as, can you move further? Yeah, so eligibility and all the criteria again you find on the website. Please move ahead, please. So let's move ahead, please. Yeah. As far as ERDCIT is concerned, please visit the website erdcit.ac.in, and there you have the details of our MTech programs. What is this program ERDCIT about, and what are the intake? We don't go to the DTE. We don't have the common process of DTE for admission. We have our own admission process. So those of you who are interested, you can actually connect or inform your own friends and colleagues and anybody who's interested, seniors, for the youngsters in the batch, also the 4th and 5th semesters. You can always get these things across to people in the country, in your batch, in your college, in your peer group, so that this kind of a facility is known to more number of people, and more people are actually benefited. Can you come out of this further? Last slide, maybe to the next slide. These are all about the short-term programs. Kadir, are you there?
Yeah. Shall I move on, ma'am?
Yeah. Please, next. This is all done. This was the older slides. Last 2 weeks ago, we had presented somewhere. Please move on, please. Yeah. So this is the short-term course. And of course, please move ahead. Please move ahead. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, I'm open for that. Our ERDCIT website, which is again academic arm of CDAC, is erdciit.ac.in. You can go there, get all the information, and you can also speak to us. I've forgotten to put my number and mail ID there. So maybe I'll put it in the chat right now. So you can check with us for any information that you will have. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope we had people actually paying attention, and I'll definitely appreciate if you have any questions on this.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, Nitin here. So, ma'am, you were talking about the induction program from CDAC by inducting some of those CDAC postgraduates to CDAC itself.
Yeah.
Can you just explain about like how can we get into CDAC after completing our PG from CDAC campus?
Okay. So an MTech program while you're doing, are you basically from electronics or computer science? Sir?
I'm from electrical and electronics.
So EEE students, if you come for a PG academic program, you have a PG academic program and a training program there, right? So in the PG academic program, that is the MTech program, if you come after the second semester, while you're in the second semester itself, you have people coming from the scientific community of CDAC, not just the core academicians teaching you. So you are eligible for a VLSI program there as per your qualification. Once you come there, you have the scientists coming to teach you the subjects which are there as per the academic curriculum. And while teaching you, they'll actually identify the best resources for the best kind of work that can be given to them. And then in the third semester onwards, when the project phase starts from the new time onwards, you are not likely, all the students get placed in various groups of CDAC, the strategic electronics, the control and instrumentation, the broadcast communication, the hardware design group where the microprocessor work is happening. And the third semester, once you start working with them, you will be actually working on one of the components of the actual project that we will be working on. And further on, at the end of that time, either you get placed in the same group where you're working. This is what normally happens, because your experience, your expertise, your exposure will be there in a particular area, which CDAC will be interested in taking it further. So this is how in parallel also we bring out other companies like HCL Technologies I mentioned, Tata Elxsi. They come to our campus in the third semester and they also handpick students. So the remaining students go back to the CDAC groups. Those who want to go to the industry, some students opt out of the industry from placements and they prefer to work at CDAC. So depending upon your interest and the companies that come to the campus, you either get placed in those companies or in this, and the placement starts in the third semester, so that until now, the fourth semester, 6 months entire dedicated project, you get to work in the industry or CDAC wherever you are actually being picked. This is how it happens. And you also have an opportunity, like in case you don't want to spend 2 years of studies, you have a training opportunity where you spend some 6 months of training through the common admission test, and you do a postgraduate diploma in a particular field of your interest. And then you are also the placement options are very high. The industry comes and picks up, and even CDAC centers also picks up people from the training programs, not just the academics.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Anybody else? Even if you are not eligible for this year, you're in the younger classes, there may be students, there may be seniors, there may be people who are employed in your family who are not happy with the kind of employment that they're doing. Do tell them about this and ask them to see what this opportunity is. So that, again, as I said, we are from the government, central government. We don't actually need to do a lot of publicity, but we feel that we have something good to offer and not many people know about it. So this was an effort to help people understand. So if I was able to reach to even one person in this community, I'll be happy. And I think there's a Google Sheet being provided in the chat box for you. kindly provide your feedback before you exit this session. And if you have any specific inputs for us, do let us know whether we can make a better job of what we've done.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the inspiring talk. I kindly request all the participants to fill the feedback form shared in the chat. Next, we invite Mr. Kader AA, Scientist E, ER&DCI Institute of Technology, CDAC, and IEEE SSCS Kerala Chapter Secretary to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Gauri. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks for the seminar on higher education after B.Tech, conducted by IEEE SSCS Kerala Section, ER&DCI Institute of Technology, CDAC. It's indeed an honor for our institution to be hosting a program jointly with IEEE SSCS chapter. I, on behalf of ER&DCI and CDAC, would like to give my heartfelt vote of thanks to IEEE SSCS Founder Chair, Professor Mohammad Qasim, and Professor Ajit Ravindran, IEEE SSCS, for supporting us in this endeavor. Thank you. I, on behalf of the organizing committee and IEEE together, and on my own behalf, extend a hearty vote of thanks to Srimati Ashri S, Senior Director, CDAC, for enlightening us with the talk on higher education opportunities CDAC advantage, and also giving us the opportunity to host this function in the CDAC campus. Thank you very much. I, on behalf of the organizing committee and entire DCI Institute of Technology and IEEE together, and on my own behalf, extend a hearty vote of thanks to Dr. Sabik TV, IEEE Chair, Malabar Section, for giving the inspiring talk on higher education after B.Tech in Kerala. Thank you, sir. Our speaker for the day, Dr. Shajimon K. John, has enlightened us with the talk on higher education abroad. I, on the organizing committee and on my own behalf, and entire ARDCIT and CDAC family, extend a hearty vote of thanks to Dr. Shajimon K. John. Thank you, sir. And I would like to give my heartfelt vote of thanks to all my colleagues from ERDCIT for their support and help, and all my students for their support in organizing this wonderful event in three places and online also. So the tremendous support that we are getting that has enlightened us so much. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We have come to the end of this webinar. Thank you all participants and the team who worked for the success of this event. Once again, thanks to all.
Yeah, thank you all, and good night. We had a nice presentation on the three aspects. That is basically on the higher studies in Kerala, then in India and abroad, and the details of CDAC and its operations and the courses offered by CDAC, ER&DCI Institute of Technology. Thank you all for joining us for this presentation. Once again, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good night.
ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ലിങ്ക് ഇല്ലേ? ഒരു പ്രശ്നമില്ല സാർ. ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ലിങ്ക് ഇല്ലേ? അതൊന്ന് ഇവർക്ക് അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കാൻ വല്ല വഴിയുണ്ടോ?
പിന്നെ അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കാനോ?
അതെ, ആർക്ക് എല്ലാവരും ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്ന് അറിയില്ല, സാറും ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യണം.
അല്ല സാർ, ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ കാരണം നമുക്ക് രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തവർക്ക് നമുക്ക് അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കാം. പക്ഷെ അല്ലാത്തവർക്ക് ഇപ്പൊ കയറിയവർക്ക് അത് ഇട്ടാലേ പറ്റുള്ളല്ലോ.
അതെ, അത് ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, അവിടെ ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും കയറിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ബാക്കിയുള്ളവർക്ക് മെയിൽ അയക്കാം. നമ്മൾ ആ മെയിൽ അയച്ചോളൂ. സാറ് ഇപ്പൊ ഇട്ടല്ലോ, ഇല്ലേ നമുക്ക് പിന്നെ മെയിൽ അയക്കാം. ഇപ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് കൊടുത്തല്ലോ. ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ,
താങ്ക് യു. ഗൗരി